Yes, if I record, it will shows here like it is recording like a red color mark. It shows like this for you and for me also. It will shows. Okay, so if I forget also, you can remind me of all of. Okay, so it is operating system, and here it is. What is a operating system? Is a software which is act as an interface between end user and computer hardware. Okay, so operating system is a nothing but a software or a program which acts as interface between user and computer hardware. Just for example, this is okay in a layer wise, like in a Linux system, or if you are going to Unix operating system learning. So this diagram is most common. Okay, so it is like a initially it's a hardware layer part. The internal is a hardware part. Means what is the meaning of hardware? Is your CPU. Okay, RAM, hard disk, anything like a hardware means anything, CPU, RAM, hard disk, your video chipset, audio chipset, or anything. Okay, your ROM chip, BIOS chip is there. Okay, audio chip is there. Like these are all comes under your hardware. Network chip, NICs. These are all is a hardware part only. Okay, so this is hardware. You know, earlier days, when it comes to earlier days, like a different type of processor is there. We discussed different type of processor in last classes about 8085, 8086 kind of stuff, right? So what we do in a old days, not me, okay? So that's we learn, but if you are CSC, ECE background, IT background, so you may know about a microcontroller or a microprocessor programming. So we have a opcodes, so then we are insert a code for understanding, for giving instruction to the processor. Okay, so like what is the function we should do it, what is the condition we should do it, like, it should work like we are program the hardware directly. Okay, we insert a program here. Okay, so nowadays is not like that. Nowadays we got a something like this. Okay, so this is image. Yeah, very good. It is no fill. Okay, okay, so this image, no, now it is may not look like a round shape, but this is your hardware. Earlier days we put a direct program into hardware. Okay, now we have an operating system, so then so you need to worry about what it is directly we can able to open and use it. Okay, the part of which interacts with your hardware is called a kernel. Okay, the kernel part of operating system interacts with your hardware. Okay, another one is shell. Shell interacts with the user. Okay, shell part interacts with the user. So what is an operating system is it is interface between end user and operating system and hardware. See, the kernel part of operating system interact with your hardware and shell interacts with your user. So I want to decrease this little bit. So I can put a more zeros on it. Okay, this is the outer layer is shell part. So where is user here? Actually, 2 zeros are enough. This little shape out. Okay. Of course, you can go to Linux architecture or operating system architecture. So you can go with that one also, like that. You can find Linux or operating system or Unix operating system architecture. So you can find this kind of stuff. Okay. So what is this outer layer is your applications. Is your applications. Okay. Want to run an application, you need an operating system. You want a user interface. You want a user interface. You want to interact with the user, like accept user commands or work with the users. We need a shell. Okay, so it will look like little boring, but again I will come back to these points. But operating system contains two parts, guys. One is kernel, another one is a shell. So this is what we call it as OS architecture. Okay, OS architecture. So what is a OS architecture contains? Important is kernel. Another one is shell. Remember, kernel interacts with the hardware. What is the meaning of hardware? Your hardware devices. That's it. Shell interacts with user. Okay. And also it is provide user interface. Okay. Provide a runtime environment, means it runs applications. You want to run an application, you need a shell environment. So yeah, both we will put it in the same place, but only one thing is you have to move all these things aside. Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's almost all. Only once or twice I tried all these things to write one by one kind of stuff. So this is your application and user interface part. Shell, with a shell only it is possible. Okay, you are running an application, you are running on a shell. Shall understand and convert that information into kernel understandable, means hardware programming language, low level language, and it is given to your hardware. So processor process it, done all the hardware related kind of stuff, and give the information to shell. Shell will again come back with a user interface. It shows our output on the screen. Okay, so I didn't explain about purely about a operating system, but I directly jump to operating system architecture, because this is one of the easy and smoothest part of operating system. Okay, next. In a shells, It means when you come to the user interface, when you buy a mobile phone, you have a user interface is there, no? For example, you buy a Redmi, so MIUI, MIUI. What is MIUI? 3.0, MIUI 4.0, 9.0. What is MIUI? Anybody having idea? You buy a Redmi, MI, Xiaomi, any mobiles. So when you buy and you see there is and the description it's a Android 10, Android 11, Android 12, and the user interface is MIUI kind of stuff. Guys, Android is an application. It's actually an application. It's interact it is a kind of operating system for mobile phones. Our mobile phone having so many type of operating systems. Android is a more popular and cheaper. Okay, and Redmi, why it is a more popular than any other mobile phones is a very important, is not only a cheaper, also user interface, faster loading user interface. It keep updates by MI. Okay, so Micromax and all not updating user interfaces, including Motorola, Lenovo don't update much in a user interface. User interface is very slower and very lag. What is CLI? Anyone? Command line interface. Noise. So, sir, you can turn off the camera also. Yeah, turn off the camera, otherwise it records. Okay. Guys, are you able to see my screen? Very good. So, what is CLI, command line interface? For example, if you are using a Unix operating system or a Linux operating system, like that, that kind of operating systems, like CLI is a very important there. You are using a Windows based operating system, GUI, so we are using all graphics only. So like this is a graphical user interface. See, if I want to open this file, I want to open this particular application. Okay, I want to open this browser, right? So this is completely graphical user interface. Point number one. Okay, next, if you open anything, see, look at here. So this is called a window. This is called a window in GUI. This is called a window. Okay, so there is a joke is there now. So what is the joke? It's like a Bill Gates is a founder of Microsoft. Bill Gates is a founder of Microsoft, and the operating system name is DOS, right? Microsoft operating system. First one is Microsoft DOS, MS DOS. So later, so the GUI interface based operating system is Windows. So people ask a question like, Bill Gates is a founder of Microsoft, and they build an operating system called a Windows operating system. So his name is Gates. Why he put a name of the operating system is Windows? Okay. Anybody know answer? It is GUI mode. We use all Windows only. This is a window. This is called a window. Even if you are using Linux operating system and there is a GUI interface, if in case you use a Linux with a GUI interface and you open something like this is also a window. This is also a window. There also it is a window. See, this is a window. This is a window. Okay, this is a window. Okay, like this. So that's why in a Windows operating system and GUI interface based operating system contains everything is a window. That's why he put a name of this operating system is Windows. Windows operating system. Okay, it does not mean Linux don't have Windows. Okay, Linux and Unix basically CLI based operating systems. Windows is basically GUI based operating system. So we'll go to that point later. Okay. There is another type of interface is there, text based or a terminal based interface. It is not at all a new one, but people keep learning now in this one. This is also a kind of interface, not operating system, interface only I'm talking. So your shell provide a user interfaces, how user should interact with an operating system, which is provided by shell based only. Okay, so different type of user interfaces are there. So that is CLI, GUI, and of course DUI is also there. In Linux based operating systems are basically shell type is there in a Linux and Unix. Shell is very important there. So different type of shell is there. Bourne again shell. It's called a bash shell. It's called a bash shell. Bourne spelling is maybe it's a different one. But I will write here. This is the spelling. BOU Bourne again shell. Bourne shell. Okay, SH. Okay. It's a different type of shells are there, guys. T shell, C shell, A shell, kind of stuff. But whatever it is, the thing which interacts with the user is shell. So different type of user interfaces are there. So CLI, GUI, TUI type. Okay, kernel is also a part of operating system which interacts with the hardware and manages what it manages. Look at here. Kernel manages both, of course, hardware management, manages hardware related things, hardware management. Yeah, it is. I will manage space here. Okay, hardware management, disk management. It is also a part of hardware, right? Process management, not processor management. So process handling, process management. Okay, disk management, process management, network management. Some of managements are there. So what is the kernel do? Kernel interact with the hardware, shell interact with the user and provide a user interface, runs and applications. Kernel manages hardware management, meaning is like a disk management, process management, network management, memory management. Memory management means how RAM is allocated, how swap memory is allocated, memory management. Like these are the some of kernel duties. Usually it is look like is a Linux classes, but originally yes, of course, Linux Unix based classes only. Okay. So I'm writing like this here, so you can easily understand. Okay. So point is, what is a operating system architecture? Basic architecture of operating system is kernel and shell. Kernel interacts with the hardware, shell interacts with the user, and shell provides a user interface. Okay, run the user things. Okay, what are the different user interfaces? CLI, GUI kind of user interfaces are there. So in a Unix and Linux, there is a specific user interfaces are there, that is called a bash shell, is widely used one. Okay, you can put a star on it because widely used shell is a bash shell. Okay, widely used shell is bash shell. So remaining so many shells also available. Okay, so this is a basic architecture of operating system. So what is an operating system? Operating system is a software which interacts with the user and hardware computer as a computer hardware. Every computer must at least one OS to run other programs. An application like Chrome, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, games, in this Microsoft Teams and all. Okay, so you need an environment to perform this task. Okay. So you need to learn this kind of assembly languages to communicate with your computer. Okay, so you don't need to learn hardware programming. So simply install an application and start using computer, right? So in earlier days, you want to put a plus B, then what to do? You have to write a program and give an instruction what is A, what is B, what is their values, and then you can able to first write a program, upload a program into microprocessor, then check the outcome on the screen. Okay, so this is what earlier people were done. So later on days, operating system is designed. So simply turn on the computer, operating system loaded into your computer. You can simply interact with your computer. You can start using it. You can run an application without writing any hardware programming. So that is a very important point to understand in a things. So without an operating system, we can't do so many tasks with your computer. So this is a first point of what is an operating system. This is a blue color is actually more attractive than black color, you know, like this. In this one also you can put it. Dark blue is better. I think I put it in a very light blue. And a kernel architecture. but I don't try to use blue color. Why? Because already all Microsoft blue color kind of stuff it is. It's a kernel architecture operating system, and what is a kernel architecture part. Next part, I'm going to tell a different type of operating system. So already I told about a shell and all, but when it comes to operating system, okay, so this type of operating system, yeah, anyway it is there. So it is a operating system. See, if I type, it is like a interactive type. If I copy paste, it is look like a it's a PPT. Okay, so which one you like, based on that also we can try. Okay. I think you can little bigger. Is anything missing here? Yeah, very good. We can see here it is. Single user operating system, like a SOS type. Okay, SOS, single user operating system, or a simple operating system. Yes, are written so many things. Okay, so do not get confused. I will write again in this here. SOS, SOS meaning is simple operating system. Sorry, is it understandable?
Yes, sir.
OS. Both you can usually study. Network operating. So here in this PPT, sir is written so many things. So I think I added a star is added. So this is my usually better type and explain is better. It's a simple operating system. Is like a MS-DOS operating system is there. Your basic Windows operating system is also there. Your Windows XP, Windows 7, okay, Windows 10. I skip some intermediate kind of stuff, but it's like a more highlighted operating system. As we know, is a Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8. Okay, these are all. Okay, these are all simple operating system. Okay, so one point I want to add here, it is simple operating system is nothing but a desktop operating system. Means I am using a operating system, right? I am using an operating system, Windows 10 Home Edition, which is desktop operating system. Guys, don't worry about a desktop and laptop. Okay, sorry, it is a laptop now. It's not like that. It's a general purpose operating system. I can run some application and do web browsing. What is the use of desktop operating system? Like a web browsing purpose, running application, playing games, conducting meeting like this. So desktop operating system. Network operating system is nothing but a server OS. It's nothing but a server OS. It's a kind of operating system used for services purpose only. Okay, it is a kind of server OS. Okay, the server OSs examples. Windows Server. You know, there is a version called 2019. Okay, so it is from NT onwards to Windows Server NT 2000, 2003, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012, 2016, 2019, 2022. Okay, so 2016, just for example, I've written 2. Next, Linux operating system, Unix operating system, or any server-based operating systems are network operating systems only. Any server-based operating systems are a network operating system only. So the purpose of network operating systems is like a DHCP server, DNS servers, web servers, file servers, authentication servers, VPN servers, proxy servers. So these are all servers only, right? It is mail servers, deployment servers, okay, remote desktop servers, okay. So these are servers which we use that operating system. It is not the built-in features are there, so that's why it is called as a server operating system. Another base is a task and user, single user. Task and user based operating systems are there. Single task, sorry, single user, single task operating system, single user, multitask operating system, multi-user, multitask operating system. So it is basically say user and task based operating system. Of course, there is some type of operating systems. This also comes under type of OSS. Okay, it is also a type of OSS. What it is? Single user, single task, single user, multi user, multi task. So what is single user? You have an operating system. Okay, you have a operating system. You have a operating system, but only one task you can able to run, and only one user can able to interact directly with directly or indirectly with that operating system. Example is MS-DOS. MS-DOS is a CLI based operating system. At a time you can run only one task, only one user can able to use it. Single user multitask operating system is a Windows operating system, either in a Windows desktop or server operating systems. For example, Windows 7, Windows XP. Example only, so I'm not going older, guys. Important, I want to tell, people are preparing a resume a few years back, means 2 years back only. When I went to the Hyderabad office, I've seen one person resume. I think the resume belongs to a girl. Okay, and I didn't remember her name, but I've seen because she's written so many things on the resume. They specified in a technologies at a column operating system. She specified 98, 95, 98, Windows XP, Windows Vista 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. Okay, guys, as I remember, I know 95. I just use 95, but I never install 95. I never do that one. Okay. I learned NT, that is Windows Server NT. I installed, but I didn't remember. I hadn't done any mastering in it. Not a master, at least not any proficient with that one. 98 I used, 97 I used, Millennium I used. Okay. DOS I used. Okay, so what are the operating system, all these things, it is already gone in the market, just we use and we don't know much thing about it, not even a certain features of 95, 98. We don't know. So 97, 98, I can able to tell a difference. 98, some features I know. 98 to XP, some features I know. XP features I know. So I can able to tell Windows XP. I never teach Windows XP. I teach Windows Vista onwards. I'm the trainer for operating system for Windows Vista 7 and Windows 8 and Windows 10. Okay. So Vista, I learned Vista. I certified in Windows 7. I taught all the 4 subjects. I never teach to anybody Windows XP. I know how to install Windows XP, Vista 7, 8 and 10. And I know the features of Windows XP. I used a Windows XP, still I have a Windows XP. But how many of you know Windows XP? Windows Millennium, Windows 98, Windows 97, 97 plus, Windows 98 SE. So these varieties you don't know. So if in case, if you mention these kind of things in your resume, which you are not even and don't know about it. So please remove that one. Guys, resume means what we know. Okay. Okay, what we will learn, that is different. So what we know, that is a resume. What is me, that is my resume. So instead of I am telling, my resume will tells about me. Okay, so that's why I'm telling this point. So like this, Windows desktop operating system and as well as Windows server, like a 2019 or a 16 or anything kind of stuff. So I will short it because of line it's going for 9. For example, okay. Next, multi-user multitasking based operating system are basically Unix and Linux operating system kind of stuff. I didn't mention anywhere it is a Mac OS. Mac is also a desktop operating system. Normal operating system only I discuss. Okay, here it is, so many are given. There is one important point is there, that is real-time operating system. So look at here also categories of operating system. Single user, there I use simple operating system. Okay, single user operating system. It's a single user MS-DOS Windows operating system. Multi-user operating systems, sorry, put everything. Network operating systems. Okay, and important here it is single user, single task, single user, multitask, multi-user, multitask. This is a point very important which I want to add it here in my place. Okay, this is the point. So what is the point here? Real-time operating system. Real-time operating system. What is real-time operating system, guys? For example, you got some microcontroller on yourself, like you design a microcontroller. For example, Windows operating system, Windows 10 is there, Linux is there, Unix is there. These operating system for a regular operating system, anybody can use it if you pay for it, or your hardware is suitable for that one. I build a one racket, I build a one nuclear bomb, I build a some home automation. I done a circuit diagram, microcontroller is there. I want to build my own operating system for my circuit board. Or I purchase a Raspberry Pi. Nobis is came, NOBBS something is there, right? So that is direct operating system. But I want to design a particular operating system for my Raspberry Pi. Or I want to build some operating system with a certain instructions in it to my Arduino Uno board. Okay, so I designed that operating system. It is not general operating systems, only specific hardware only you can able to use it. So that is called a real-time operating system. Nowadays, for mobile phones also having a mobile operating system for a mobility function related. Example, Android Microsoft also giving Microsoft, and now it is remote Microsoft Mobile OS. Okay, so Android, iOS, Symbian. Yeah, it is there, but Nokia. Symbian. Guys, are you able to hear? This look like my net is very slow. Symbian. AM. Okay, Nokia based operating system. Symbian. Earlier days, Nokia mobile, Nokia smartphones also there. Okay, that time like a 6600 3306 something is there, no? So like those mobile phones are a Symbian mobile phones. So that time Android is not much popular. iOS is Apple, Symbian, and Android 1 is also there. Android 1. Okay, Android 1 is also there. Some but Tizen. This is also one. So mobile phones for purpose mobility based operating system. Windows is one of them. Okay, Windows 10 is also there. Okay, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10 operating systems also there. Microsoft, earlier name is Microsoft operating system, later it is Windows operating system. Tizen is one of the name. Like there are so many based operating systems are there. Yeah, Windows Phone, Palm OS, Google OS, BlackBerry OS, BBOS. It is not Berry, it is Berry. Okay. Windows Phone. Okay, I have written, I will write again, so different type of operating systems we'll see. What is a real-time operating system? Again, I'm telling guys, you have a hardware circuit like a processor and everything is written. So you are writing a operating system for your work purpose, for your organization purpose, for your things. Only for that particular circuit only you are writing the you are designing a operating system. Okay, it is not a general purpose operating system. What we are using, Windows, Mac, Windows operating system, or a Linux, Unix operating system, or a general purpose operating systems. So it is ready available, you take it and use it. But real time means it's not like a general purpose, you purchase it separately. So you don't purchase it, we design as per our requirement based on our hardware and requirement. Again, what is operating system, use of operating system, basic architecture and types. I think both are same. I feel this is clearer than this one. Categories and types, that is your wish. Okay. This is a boot processing. So how it is boot processing, already I explained the boot processing. Okay, so if you want, we will go to the basics of boot processing. But I am going to boot processing separately. Just I am giving a small introduction. Like what are the different operating system, desktop based operating system. So what is the use of desktop operating system? General purpose operating system, right? We can run an application, games we run, we will do games. Okay, data processing, multimedia, multimedia related applications we use in multimedia. We use very important web browsing, watching movies, playing audio files, right? Playing, that is a multimedia, which playing audio, video kind of stuff, right? This is the basic desktop operating system purpose. And also there is a one more point is there, so that is client. It's a client PC. It is a works like a client PC, end user PC. It is a client PC or a end user PC. End user device, PC or device. Next, server OS. What is the use of server OS? Run, not run, support server applications, built-in server features. What are the server features? Features means what is the server features? Like a DHCP server, DNS server, okay, VPN server, web server, file server, file server. Any other servers? So guys, I'm also covering here different type of servers here. Okay, I'm also covering type of servers, different type of servers, which we use it. Okay, not like a otherwise also there. So the other servers also there. But when you say server, so that's the usual names we are getting. Server. Yeah, someone send a message. Okay, 1 second. It is showing like this. A sudden meeting is there. What is this? Sorry. Yeah. So we'll. This is in operating system server OS. So different type of servers it is, like a mail server, mail server. Anyone can tell something. File server, web server, mail server, VPN server, authentication server.
Proxy server, sir.
Very good. Proxy server. Proxy server. Remote desktop server. Deployment server. Application server is also part of web server and application server. Middleware server. These are all one single line. Okay, so like a web server is web server only, but you can say like a application server. Also called as middleware server. Application server is nothing but a middleware server. I'm not writing separate. Okay, so these are the examples of servers. Okay. So what is this server and client? We'll discuss. Just understand different operating systems. Desktop-based operating system. Another one is server-based operating system. So in a desktop operating system uses, we install application, games, data processing purpose, like a programming. We can use it for programming, web browsing, programming purpose also, like a C, C++ kind of stuff. We can use it, right? Programming purpose. We play audio, video kind of stuff. We use it for a client purpose, end user device. Next one is server operating system. So what is a server? It support server based applications. Certain built-in features are there. Okay, so built-in features are there. So based on that, we call that one as server. So because of that, what are the different servers are there? So DHCP server, DNS server, VPN server kind of stuff. Okay, so this is a basic introduction of operating system and all. So then we also will go to other part of operating system, like a Windows operating system, Latif Linux operating system. Other points also there, like a mobile operating system I told here, mobile based operating system already I told here. So next part we'll see Windows operating system, Linux operating system differences, okay, and a boot processing also we'll do it. Guys, take a break. 10 minutes break is enough, I think so. Okay. Come back at 5:30. 5:30, 35 is okay. So I think I am in a meeting, so it will take 5-10 minutes. Difference will be there. Okay. Don't sleep. So I'm stop recording.